Assalamualaikum everyone. So apologies, from previous class got bit overrun as always. So that's why I really don't like back to back. I keep a break of 10-15 minutes. But well, that this is what it is. So how you all guys are doing? Not looks too good. Okay, so before I start the ATX related discussions, can I have some of the feedback on your last exam which you guys have attempted, which was that how it went type of things. So starting Fahad, Lucky Angel, MA, MA, please can you please write your complete name? I hope this MA is not like Mashallah, Mustafa and Simran and you three. So
Yeah.
December, March, how was it? Not good. Every professional paper is hard. None of the professional paper is easy. That's a promise. 8 p.m. After a very long time, I met any candidate who appeared for APM. How was APM paper? It's APM paper. Yeah. Oh. So APM paper, I personally believe in APM paper, we study in one direction, exam kit is in another direction, and paper is in third direction. So we need to prepare for that third direction in particular. That's my gut feeling. Fahad, how was your paper? Lucky Angel, Simran, noted. Mustafa, welcome to the club.
I gave SBR as well. They were just went okay. I think I wasn't, I did not prepare for it well. The paper itself wasn't that difficult, but I decided to prepare it well.
You didn't prepare. So where the things went wrong, like if you are aware that preparation was not well, what can be slash should be done to make it better? The reason being I'm asking this question is so that you and others would avoid at least that mistake again.
So where I learned was I wasted my December and because I was studying Pura online, right? So I had to watch all the lectures and the lectures were really, really lengthy. So by the end of February, I was still covering the lectures. So I think that's where I'm at. So I did not have enough time to practice. And because of that, I had to skip some lectures as well, which I thought weren't that important. Like extra practice questions. I skipped them.
Did you discuss skipping some of the lectures with your tutor?
I did. But it was like I covered all the syllabus, like topic wise, but any additional stuff because I did not have any time left, so I had to skip. But other than that, I think it was still doable, but because February was like difficult
Already
month,
28 month. Okay,
so
on
because
personal grounds.
yeah.
Okay, Showcase, Mustafa, Fahad. One guy left, no? MA. Who is this MA? Why not good? Why difficult?
On like last 2 years, I didn't have prepare for a reason. So I did study, but I don't know what economics I have no idea.
Okay, so one thing, let me tell you, like every professional exam, and in particular, ATX and SBR are the most lengthiest from study perspective, syllabus wise in the professionals. Probably this is, I'm not sure whether it's a myth or actual. APM from study perspective is the smallest paper, steady perspective. Like there is nothing as such to study. Like all things are general. What would I study? Everything looks general. But when it comes to exam kit, when it comes to paper, that's entirely different. But that's not the case with SBR and ATX. So from a study perspective, they are lengthy. So if you have any commitments, please do plan it accordingly, because like today, I can tell you 15th of March. After rest of the 15 days would be Ramzan. In Ramzan, normally the efficiency of students, not only students, everyone is like half. We have other commitments, other things to follow as well. So I do not see Ramzan to be very productive from study perspective. Then keep 1 week for Eid. Effectively, you are left with April, May, of which May to be for practice purposes. That's the thing. First. Second, probably the thing which you identified or which you highlighted in your conversation, I do feel that thing. And on best effort basis, what I can do is, so guys, let me first share with you how we will be approaching this ATX session. And once I will discuss this, then I will briefly touch base upon the particular syllabus related content. I hope my screen is visible, online ones. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? Perfect, perfect. Thank you. So this is basically the planner. So the idea is at the moment, your all of the your Mhm. your all of the ATX classes are pre-recorded. It's not simple class recording, it's proper pre-recorded classes. On weekly basis, on weekly basis, we would be having one queries plus exam kit session. Of this weekly class, recording would also be available. This weekly class can be physical, can be online, depend upon you guys. So if you guys commit to me, sir, we will attend physically, then I will keep physical online both. If you guys do not commit me to attend it physically, then I will keep it online only. So, right? So you guys, so there is no question on this class. The discussion is on execution of this class. So this class would be physical plus online. So this is always, this depend upon you guys. So if you guys don't show me interest in attending physically, I will also not. So again, I'll give this room back to TSA. I will attend the class in the faculty, right? So up to you guys. Well, weekly planner. So for weekly queries session, there must be a planner, like which topic query will be discussed, which topic query will not be discussed. So what I have done is I've made a planner for you guys to follow, where there are weekly targets, you can say, like week 1, this topic has to be done, capital gains tax. Just read the English with me at the moment. In week 2, inheritance tax should be done. Week 3, income tax should be done. Week 4, share options, tax efficient investments, VAT should be done. Week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. 8 weeks. 8 week means I'm talking about
Months.
about 2 months. It's like about 2 months. So about 2 months means today is our first class, right? So from today, you can say your counter or your countdown would start. So we will be meeting again on next Saturday. Class will be on every Saturday. I can tell you about normal class timings. Normal class timings would be 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Saturday. And for Ramzan, it's basically 4 to 5:30. So for Ramzan, I can tell you there will be next one more class, right? Because today is 14th, next would be 21st. You want to attend the class on 28th? I'm okay. I can keep online only for any particular class, but do you really want to attend the class on 28th? I'm okay, very honestly. So for me, these dates are no change area, right? However, being human, I'm talking about myself. If I have any commitment on personal grounds, or if I'm not available due to my health, let's say, then this class will be shifted to Saturday. Sorry, Sunday. Sorry, my bad. This class will be shifted to Sunday. Okay. But weekly class is not an option. It would be there. Weekly class would be there. 2 hours weekly connection would be there. No brainer in that. 5. Okay. Then residency, overseas aspects, stamp taxes, shares buybacking, corporation tax. Then if you look, I'm keeping one session for general queries, ethics and planning. Ethics, I really don't know whether you guys are aware or not. Ethics is a fundamental or integral component of every professional exam. It would be in SBR as well. It will be in SBL, AAA, every paper. So ethics would be there. Tax planning is something where recordings are not available. So these two areas are something which we will which we will cover in our these live sessions. Okay. After 10th May, plan is to conduct revision classes, exam practice questions on platform. Till this time, I will not be using platform. I will be using simple paper, pen, this PDF to solve the exam kit questions. But from this date, so very honestly, if you guys follow this particular planner, by 10th of May, you guys will be done with your syllabus. By 10th of May, you guys will be done with your syllabus and your paper would be on 5th or 6th June type of date. I could be wrong, but roughly speaking, 5th or 6th June type of date. So still you would have a complete month to practice your exam kit, etc., etc. Okay. So idea of keeping this live query session is just to avoid or minimize this type of situations where students are like, we were unable to follow the lectures. So what I can do is I can keep a follow-up, but obviously for this thing to happen, one important thing is you guys keep connected on the online sessions. If you start taking recording of this session as well, then very honestly, will not be able to connect with you guys. Okay.
That tax is just a rule-based approach strategy steps that it will get obsolete. So reporting features get obsolete or your updated ones.
So that's what I was just discussing with Sir Fahim when you guys entered. Sir Fahim question was exactly on the similar lines. So the updated recordings are in web. It's like 50-60% of the recordings are done and rest of the 50-60 is in web. My target is to complete it by 31st March, by end of this month. So I'm done with the recordings would be done from my end. So even if you start from today, it would not be the situation like where you are waiting for the recording. Sir, we are done with this. Now we are handicapped on. No. That's continuously, we are working on it. We are updating our recordings. So you will get the updated recordings.
Nice question. So, when I was studying पहले इससे the was completely माने as well. और उनके pre-recorded lectures were like 5-7 years old. Yeah. So what they were doing were, it was सारे पुराने lectures ही थे, and at the end of those lectures, they kept adding more lectures, new चीजों के. Even though कुछ और चीज हो भी गया था, तो that was still in the lectures, which was, I think for me was a very big waste of time.
Obviously.
Yeah, so it was like a very big concern for me when Sir Qunber said के सारे recorded होंगे. So the lecture that you're talking about, you just recorded them?
Okay. Just a sec. So since you guys are in the class, I can pause the recording and share something with you. Online ones, just a second. So physical ones should get the benefit of this. I'm just done with updating this particular topic. I hope you can see the folder name, right?
These will be available on the
Portal. So I just want to show you the I hope you know. No. So this is date created 8 March 25. For last lecture of this, it's Sunday 9th March, 6 a.m. One. Latest one, which is in web and which I'm targeting to complete it by tomorrow, is this one topic, income tax. And if you can see 13 lectures and it's not complete. Just sharing with you.
You have to like cover one topic in a week. How many classes?
Sorry, 15th March, 2:55 a.m. So we are working on our best, very honestly. Now, please.
The same case, we have to treat one topic in a week. So how many classes will we have to take in one day?
So I do not follow in number of counts always. There are two approaches. One is called management by operations and one is called management by objectives. Do you understand management by operations? Yes, no.
Like set 2 hours.
No, set 2 hours. Jitna bhi hua.
Number of hours given.
Exactly. That is operations.
Okay.
I'm not following operations. I'm following objectives. So for example, just I shared the screen with you, something which I do not share with the students, obviously. But since I understand that is normally a concern being a student, that's why I just share with you. Capital gains tax. Did you notice how many lectures were there? 7 or 8. So in this week, you have to cover 7 or 8. Inheritance tax, I can tell you it's also 7 or 8, right? For income tax, did you notice the last lecture count? That was 13. And I was like, still it's in WIP. I can tell you for income tax, it would be like 20. In this 1 week, you have to manage 20. So probably your question would be, sir, is this allocation fair enough to cover 20 lectures in one go? The answer is yes. Because if it is 7, 8, 7, 8, 20, 7, 8, 5, 6, 5, 6, how I have divided or bifurcated is not with respect to count, rather with respect to technicality. So, at times there are some of the recorded lectures which you have to see at the speed of 1, let's say. But there are some of the lectures which you can see or watch at the speed of 1.5. There would be some of the lectures which you have to watch at speed of 0.5. So where speed 0.5, less number of lectures during a week. This is something which you can watch at the speed of 1.5. This is something which should be at the speed of 1. So this is how, according to technicality, these areas are divided. So count would differ for sure. In 1 week, it is quite possible you have to cover 7, 8 lectures. In 1 week, it would be 20. And in 1 week, it can be, let's say, 4 to 5 only. But where 4 to 5, that's a guarantee. That would be technical. So probably you need to watch them at the speed of 0.5. So this is how the lectures are balanced. This planner is balanced.
How long is one video?
So it depends. One video can be 30 minutes, one video can be 45 minutes, one video can be 1 hour plus. So there is nothing consistent that every video would be of 30 or 40.
So
No.
max would be 100 per.
Oh, so the max is the yesterday one, which I was also surprised, quarter to 2 hours. Otherwise, generally it's 1 hour. Max is 1 hour. Other than that exception, max is 1 hour.
Also, I studied tax as well. That went very smoothly. I was concerned it's completely basic, it's a calculation basic, or does it have serious?
Something I need to
struggled.
discuss. I need to discuss. So this is something which I will share. One thing on me to be discussed. You missed a very few interesting discussions, seriously. Okay, sorry, there is a question from online. I missed to look for that. Yes, no. Okay. Said the recordings updated according to Simran, the answer is yes, recordings will be updated according to June, not to June 25, according to the latest Finance Act, I would say it in this way. And that's what I was exactly sharing the students who are in the class right now, that updated recordings are in the updation phase. I'm doing my best to update it, but that's a promise that you guys will not be handicapped on me. Like, sir, we are done with this. Now, if you give us the updated recording, we will be able to do it. Otherwise, no. So that would not be the case. That's a promise. Okay, before I move forward or continue my discussion, one thing is on me that probably your question is theory calculation mix of the paper. I will discuss. One thing which I'm more interested to know is when you guys attempted TX, and that's a by the way question, just to have, continue with the conversation. When you guys attempted TX? September 24? Great.
My skills first paper is TX. 6 months ago.
6 months ago, September 24.
1.5 years.
December 23. I really don't know how you guys do not remember. I even today, I passed my ACCA 15, 16 years back. In which attempt I attempted which paper, I do recall still right now. In December 2007, sorry, June 2007 was my first attempt on that time, there was no concept of CB. That was like completely manual, handwritten, hard form paper. My first attempt was June 2007. I do recall which papers I attempted. I do recall my scores as well. December 2007, June 2008, December 2008, June 2009, first qualifying attempt, one paper flunked, first time ever. December 2009, again attempted another paper, passed my exam, completed ACCA. June 2010, take a relaxation. December 2010, attempted further additional optional paper. You guys do not remember. Online ones from your side, when you guys attempted TX. Simran March 24, Lucky Angel March 24, Fahd Zaki June 23. I have only Mustafa September 24, Minhaj, you left only June 23. So that doesn't matter for me, very honestly. That's just by the way, to for the sake of having a conversation. One thing which I do realize, being TX and ATX tutor, TX has one very bad tendency. And the very bad tendency of TX is, once students are done with the exam, on the very next day, they forgot half of the TX related stuff. And once they have the positive result of TX, they forgot rest half of the TX related stuff. So unlike financial reporting, auditing, performance measurement, this is something which has a good, I would say, memory time, like good retention time. They keep in your mind for a long period of time. But taxation, it is something which, even if you attempted 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, I don't know why, completely vanished. So all of the ATX lectures are with the assumption that you do not recall anything. You you have forgotten each and everything of taxation. You need to revise the concepts which you have omitted. I'm not saying, I'm not using the word that you need to learn them, because you are aware, you guys are done with TX, that's why you are here. It's just, it's on back of your mind so that you do not recall them. So we need to brush up the concepts. We don't need to learn the concept. So two phases. In the lectures, one element is of brushing up and one element is of learning. Learning is of the area, learning is of the area which are basically new to ATX. So I can tell you 100% of TX is in ATX. And this 100% of TX is, let's say, 70, approximately 70% of ATX. Rest of the 30% area is new area. You know what does it mean, new area? New area means something which was not part of the TX. Like, I don't know whether you recall or not. In TX, there were so many instances where I used to say this, look, that's the ambit of TX. Beyond this, you will study in ATX. So 30% is new area. So I am like, you need to learn this and you need to, not you need to, like from a lecture's perspective, we will be brushing up or revising this particular area, right? Both things are part of the lectures. In income tax, where I was referring, there would be approximately 20 odd lectures, right? I can tell you, vast majority in the income tax, 80 to 90% of the area is based on this. Only 5 to 10% is on this. So probably, if you recall my conversation, I was like something you watch at 1.5, 1 or 0.5. This would be at 0.5. Completely this, it would be at 1.5. Okay. In ATX, few of the things. ATX, there are three major things in the syllabus. One, and I'm talking syllabus, not in the paper. In ATX, one is taxation, hardcore tax knowledge. One is taxation, hardcore tax knowledge. One is financial management, and one area is of ethics. If you guys do recall the planner, something to be covered in our these physical / live classes, not part of the recordings. Okay. Financial management. This financial management is not FM or AFM type of financial management. No, that's purely a reality or ground reality based financial management. Like, for example, how this is more of a closer to tax planning. How can we, one is calculation of tax and one is impact on my PNL, one impact on my cash flow. How can I manage my cash flow? So probably it could be possible. Just imagine you don't have the cash today. Okay. I give you an option. If you give me the tax today, you need to give me this much amount. Let's say option two, you can give me tax after 1 week, but after 1 week, tax would be this much amount. What should I do? Should I manage the cash today and pay the tax today? Or should I give it after a week? After a week. If I give today, I don't have the cash. Remember the fundamental line? I don't have the cash today. If I pay the tax today, probably I can borrow from the bank, from someone. On that borrowing, I need to pay interest. Let's say, is it beneficial to take out the loan, pay interest, and pay tax now? Or is it beneficial to pay the tax 1 week later? So this is a kind of financial management which I am talking. Example one, example two. That's not limited to this. You guys also do this, very honestly. When I can tell you, at time of normally exam fee payment, do you guys consider which bank takes more bank charges, more taxation charges? Do you guys take care of this thing? Yes, no. Yes, no. You should be. So I do recall when I was done with my FA1 paper, I start, calculating the things. So in FA1 paper, there was a topic which was VAT, and then I started calculating tax as well. Like if I'm buying something, is the tax calculated correctly? That's maybe turning education into action. So if you guys take care of like which bank takes more bank charges, more tax charges, you guys are also doing this. So that general day-to-day kind of financial management. It's not okay. Even for example, it theoretically it can be a discussion as well. If you buy an asset on lease, what will be the tax consequences? If you buy an asset on freehold basis, do you guys understand freehold basis? Complete ownership. Okay, lease means lease. It can be finance lease, it can be operating lease. I'm not going into that debate, but if you take out lease, what will be the tax consequence? Net of tax perspective, what is beneficial? Net of tax perspective, you understand, right? So this is that kind of financial management. Okay. Coming back to this area, 30% new area. This 30% new area is not something which I put a heading new area, list down all of the topics. No, this 30% new area is embedded across each and every topic. Like, I'm just writing out the names of the topic. One was capital gains tax. You recall? As a topic, you recall the name, right? Yes. So what was in capital gains? Asking, I'm not asking that, but as a topic. In the capital gains, there are some of the old concepts. Old concepts means part of the TX, which we will be revising, and some of the new concepts as well. In IHT, stands for good. Inheritance tax. Similar. Some of the old concepts, some of the we can we can talk about the proportion of old versus new. That is something different, but in every topic. Then income tax. Something old. I can tell you in income tax, old proportion is way higher than any other topic. After income tax, one of my favorite area that is called overseas aspects. Probably you guys would be hearing this name for the first time. Not as a complete topic, but the first step of this topic, you guys have learned this in TX by the name of, remember, in TX we use to study a concept whether a person is UK resident or not. Auto residency test, auto not residency test, ties test, two tables. Do you, I'm not saying what, I'm not going to ask what were the steps, no. But as a structure, do you recall? Like auto residency, some points, auto non-residency, then a table, previously resident, not previously resident. So that was the first step. And this topic is gaining a lot of interest and lot of practical consequences. Why? Overseas aspect. Overseas aspect means if a person goes to UK, start working over there, or if a person goes from UK and start working from in any other country, both the persons, are they supposed to pay tax in UK? Yeah. So just imagine, if I went to UK, I'm working in UK, and I have some income from Pakistan as well. Am I supposed to pay tax on Pakistan income in UK? Yes or no? I'm not saying, like, I'm not answering, I'm just creating a thought process. Am I supposed to pay tax in Pakistan on UK income or not? So these kind of discuss, and considering the globalization these days, people are going from here to there to here. Due to that globalization, this topic is a lot in demand these days. In this topic, you have only studied one concept of residency. In this topic, there will be consequence of capital gains, there will be consequences of inheritance, there will be consequences of income tax. Okay. Next is tax efficient investment. What do you understand from this word, this heading? Tax efficient investment. Good, good. Or right, part of tax planning, agreed. But tax planning is a separate topic, entirely topic. So yes, it's a type of tax planning, but for me, tax planning is entirely a separate topic. Tax efficient investments, like in Pakistan, I really don't know whether you guys have heard this or not. If you invest in insurance companies, you will get tax rebate, tax benefit. What can we do from a tax perspective to reduce my tax liability? So if I invest here, if I invest there, from your F6 knowledge, if you invest in pension had some tax benefits, remember? Band, extend, etc., etc. So what can we do where we should put our money so that that would become beneficial from a taxation perspective? That is tax efficient investment. This topic is something which is approximately entirely new. Okay. How can we forget? value-added tax, old areas, new areas also. Corporation tax. Corporation tax. Old areas, new areas. In corporation tax, one interesting thing is in old areas, there are some topics which have now a lot of in-depthness. So there are so many areas which were in TX, but in TX, there was a general discussion, very general, examinability perspective, very low. But in ATX, they are way in depth and it has a higher examinability as well. By the way, like I said, considering the globalization, the importance of overseas. Overseas is important for this area. This also contains some of the overseas aspect. Like if you are buying, selling to from UK, the consequences. Overseas are part of this area as well. Okay. Again, need to manage time, need to give reasonable time, have to follow this one planner. Like TX, ATX is lengthy, not very difficult. Few of the points relating to paper. I do recall your question, the Curie calculation mix. I will cover over here. ATX paper is divided into two sections. Section A. Let me put it other way around. Section A, Section B, and total. Section A consists of Section A, one question. Section B would contain two questions of 25 marks each. Okay. Of this total, it is divided into two things. One is technical marks. One is $40 technical, 10 professional skills, 20, 20. It means in taxation, 80 marks are technical in total and 20 marks are professional skills marks. Okay. Of this 80, interestingly, of this 80, 5 marks on ethics. It means pure taxation related marks are 75 only, because 20 marks are professional skills, 5 marks are for ethics. 2 lines on the ethics point only. Would ethics be new for ATX? No, no. Ethics remains same in ATX as you guys used to study in your earlier papers. Let's say at time of audit. Like ethics at time of audit, 5 ethical principles. Confidentiality, integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, professional behavior. Principle remains same. 5 threats, ethical threats, self-review, self-interest, familiarity, advocacy. You guys have also studied FIT, right? Intermediation thread. Sorry. Sorry. If I asked the wrong question. So again, ethics remain same, but at time of audit, these ethical considerations were applicable in capacity of auditor, right? In ATX, the fundamentals are same. Only what will change is capacity to think would change. Like here, for me, as a tax consultant, as a tax advisor, I would be taking care of these ethical principles in capacity of tax consultant or tax advisor. Like, just imagine, I'm giving a situation. For example, I am a tax advisor of a company, and director of that company has approached me for tax advice to him or become tax advisor to a director. Is there any ethical issue in this? Do you guys feel any ethical issue in this? I am tax advisor to a company, and already one of the director of that company has approached me to become tax advisor of him, of a director, in addition to the company. Is there any ethical issue? What ethical issue? Not self-interest, rather I would say conflict of interest. Like, for example, if you are giving a tax advice to a company and to its director as well, ethics point, it is quite possible that one advice which is in favor of director would not be in the favor of a company, or vice versa. How you gonna manage it? So conflict of interest, ethical constraint still exists. But what change over here? Capacity to think is changed. So, okay, 5 marks on ethics, 5 marks on VAT as well. You can turn it off if you want. 5 marks on ethics, 5 marks on VAT. Okay. Professional skills. These 20 marks of professional skills are to demonstrate 4 professional skills in the exam. What are those professional skills? 4 professional skills. Anyone has idea? It should be like you guys have already attempted the professional exams.
Special duty and
Commercial acumen, analysis and evaluation, skepticism, and I'm forgetting the exact name, but it's like uh it's like way of answering. I'm forgetting its exact name. What was the exact name? Just one liner discussion. Commercial acumen. What do you understand from commercial acumen? Yeah, thank you, Simran. That's communication. What is commercial? Okay, one by one. Let's start. Let's start from this. What is communication? How you are going to answer the requirement, how you are going to communicate the answer. Like at times the requirement is to write a report, write a letter. Are you following that particular format? Uh, Even in the communication, it's like, are you following a proper format? Even it covers, are you following a proper heading format, proper referencing as well? I do recall there were some of the guys who, for whom ATX is the first professional exam, right? So in particular to them, one of the key difference between the exam format of professional and fundamentals is, in fundamentals, whether you are supposed to answer in a word or a spreadsheet, only that space is available. But in ATX, word, and then not ATX, in professional exam, word space is available, spreadsheet is available. You need to decide whether you want to give the answer on word or you want to give the answer on a spreadsheet. Okay. So you need to pick and choose as well whether you like to respond this requirement on word or you want to respond this requirement in a spreadsheet. Whatever you, and it can be mix of both as well. If mix of both, you should be using the proper referencing, cross-referencing as well. Okay. So that is all about communication. Analysis and evaluation. Analyze the information. What is good, what is bad from a text perspective, what relief we should take, what relief we should not take. Analysis and evaluation. Skepticism. Skepticism. What is a skepticism? Way of thinking.
Doubt in mind.
Questioning mind. The better word is questioning mind. Not keeping a doubt, like that sounds a bit negative. Questioning mind. Like you need to think, if a person is saying this, is it correct? From a tax law perspective, is it correct? A person is saying that I have included everything in my state calculation except of this because my friend was telling me that this asset is exempt from inheritance tax. Is it really the case? Maybe, may not be. So that's a questioning mind which you need to have. Okay. Challenge the information given in the question. Commercial acumen. That's very interesting concept. Commercial acumen. Commercial acumen is, do not only think from the text perspective. Do maintain a 360-degree view. What does it mean? It means it could be possible. One thing is beneficial from text perspective, but from other perspective, it would not be beneficial. It can be ethical perspective, it's not good. From reputation perspective, it's not good. From liquidity perspective, it's not good. So do not keep only a text knowledge. Do have a 360-degree view. That is the acumen. Like while advising any of the client, look, this is good from a tax perspective, but in addition to tax, you need to consider 1, 2, 3 additional things which are other than the tax aspect. Okay. This is basically the commercial acumen. Probably last thing from my side, I can see like you guys look tired. I don't know why. Theory and calculation mix in the paper. I do recall 1, 2, 3, 4. So the good thing is 5 online, 4 here, 9. Out of 9, 4 guys have attempted SBR in March. 1, 2, and from online ones, from online ones, SBR was Lucky Angel, Simran. December. Oh, good. So I have 5 students who have already attempted. You done with SBR? No? Okay. SBR, while studying, is it calculation-based paper or theoretical paper? While studying. While studying, it's calculation-based. The default assumption is SBR. Oh, reporting. Oh, you need, like, that would be calculation-based. But in paper, how much you use the calculator?
Why from time to time?
Agreed. I do recall my times. December 2008. There was one question in consolidation section A, cash flow, 35 marks, if I'm not recalling wrong. 5 marks was on ethics and 10 marks on some of the, recent issue, recent development type. Section A, cash flow, 35 marks, I use the calculator. For section B, there was not even a single time I touched the calculator. I didn't touch the calculator. So, should we start categorizing SBR as theoretical paper? Yes, okay. In my opinion, the answer is still no. Reason being, it's not audit or SBL type of theory. It's basically explanation of calculations which you perform. Like in SBR, it is not required to prepare P&L balance sheet. Rather, it's more of explaining the consequence on P&L balance sheet of the transaction. Right? In the similar way, in ATX, if you ask me, theory calculation, approximately theory is like 55 to 60% theory and calculation is 40 to 45%. But this one theory, it's not more of SBL or audit or PM type of, creative theory. No, it's basically more of explanation of, right? Like here, do not expect you that, like, it is there, but very most of the time, the requirement is to not calculate income tax liability. Explain the income tax consequences. Explain how the car benefit would be calculated. The wordings are more towards explain rather than calculate. So that makes the difference over here. Okay. For you, please do take the picture of this table since you joined late. Sorry. Let me zoom it out. Only this one is what I want you to see. Rest is up to you. Okay. What two further things? Probably last thing from my side for today. Two further things. One, this planner has to be followed properly. Has to be followed properly. Okay. You guys will be covering recordings in this sequence. First, like capital gains, first topic, second topic, inheritance, third topic, income tax, fourth topic, fifth topic, sixth topic, general queries session. We will discuss ethics planning, So if you follow this planner properly, you guys will be done with your syllabus by 10th of paper would be on first week of June, which is let's say 5th of June. So you guys still would have a complete month approximately or three weeks time to solve your exam kit, to solve your platform related questions. We will be having some of the classes on how to attempt the questions on platform. So that I will guide from my side as a ATX tutor as well. Okay. Like as always, your two type of PDFs would be available on your portal. Two types of PDFs. One would be annotated and one would be unannotated. Do you understand annotated and annotated, right? So one would be like blank file and one would be like written file. Written like this is annotated. Okay. So notes, this is soft copy. If anyone wants the hard copy of the unannotated notes, that will be available with photocopier. So you can collect from the photocopier. Okay. Unannotated hard copy. But I can tell you, fingers crossed, I have updated the notes. I have updated the notes. Unannotated all. Obviously, annotated will be updated as part of the recordings, right? Unannotated are done, but very honestly, while studying or while recording, at times I do realize, look, this is an error, this is a mistake. So I need to update it. So what I'm doing is I'm updating soft copy of unannotated still. That's more of a cosmetic date error, typing error, spelling error, space error type of things. But if you go for hard copy, obviously that would be 99% same as unannotated. Keep 1% chance for these type of things. Do you understand this? So I've not given the complete unannotated notes to the copier. I will do it today night once I'm done with the income tax. And for rest of the topics, keep a margin of 1% change as compared to hard copy versus soft copy. These will be available so at your portal. Okay. One is your live classes PDFs like this one, and your live classes recordings. This is something which will be owned / managed by me, not TSA. So this is TSA. This is TSA. Recordings, access issue, portal access issue, TSA. I can, like, if TSA is not responding, admin guy is not responding, you can tell me, you can tag me in the group, but that is to do with TSA. Live classes PDF, I will upload all of the PDFs in Dropbox. You can access it from there. Link will be updated in your WhatsApp group once created. So today it's not.
View limit on the recordings.
At portal,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, very honestly.
It asks
I'm
for
not
the-
sure.
Like in one video price only.
I'm not sure, very honestly. No ideas about this. Live classes recordings that will be uploaded in your Google Drive, not in your Google Drive, in a Google Drive. And since this is, like I said, managed, owned by me, you can watch this unlimited time. That's a promise. But anything which is not in my control, I cannot comment. So the portal is not in my control. It's not owned, managed by me. So that's why I cannot comment. That is it from my side for today being the orientation class. Now, anything if you want to ask further? No. So I understand. We will keep this class probably. What my proposal would be, we keep it online only. Like probably TSA would be off, most probably official off, because that is I'm talking about 28th Ramzan. So TSA would be off officially, so we can keep it online. I can request anyone to schedule the class. I will share the link with you guys. But it's your thing to maintain the momentum. My friends, I can, like, being a student, considering finalist, one paper to go, two papers to go, three papers to go. Eid, Ramzan is every year phenomenal. Okay. Don't, like, I'm not saying not to celebrate Ramzan or Eid. Do celebrate it, but it should not be at the cost of your studies. Your time is precious. Like if you delay your qualification by, let's say, 3 months, it means you are going back 3 months in your career. So that's why, by the way, one thing which I missed to ask, how many of you guys are working? Online ones, please do respond this point as well. Fahad, the answer is yes, that can be bought from TSA, a photocopier. I will share the photocopier card number with you guys as well once the group will be created. So you can drop him a message or give him a call. They do offer the delivery service as well. Mustafa, you working? Working? Yes, no? Full-time student? Working? Where you work? Universal packaging. Okay. No, no. Mustafa working. Lucky Angel, you working. Does this chat had option of delete as well? Anyone online further who is working? No? Okay, so three persons working. The reason being I was asking, like, maybe full-time students can afford to take a break for 1 week, 2 weeks for Ramzan Eid. Working students, Eid holidays and such type of holidays are like bonus for them with respect to study. So you understand, right? So do, rather than enjoying your holidays, treat them as a bonus for your study. Perfect. So nothing further from my side. Uh, Fahad, no, our relevant finance act is 24-25. Book at the moment, if any, would be outdated. If photocopier is providing it, notes, if any, would be outdated. So your current relevant finance act is 24-25, not 23-24. Perfect. So I'm going to close this first class PDF. We'll upload it in the drive. We'll share. Still, maybe last time from my side. If anything further to ask, do let me know. Otherwise, good to end for today. Nothing. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you guys on next Saturday. Same time, 4 to 5:30. Uh, maybe last question again. Do you guys have the access type of stuff? Like, is there anyone who has the access, portal access related issues? Like login is there each and everything. No? Online? MA, Mustafa, Fahad, Lucky Angel, Simran. So, Mustafa, do drop me a message on WhatsApp. Let me take this up with the admin because you guys, since you have registered now, so you should not be wasting your time on these type of things. Fahad, if you not get it on Monday, please do give me a message or a call by, let's say, midday, let's say by 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Lucky Angel, MA, you two left to respond. So, MA, same comment to you as Fahad that if you not get till Monday first half, do let me know. Lucky Angel, same to you. Okay, so from Monday till Saturday, 1 week, capital gains should be done. Next Saturday, we will be discussing first queries relating to capital gains and then, subject to availability of time, 1 or 2 exam kit questions. Okay. At the moment, I'm not advising you guys to start exam kit at your own. Rather, you guys should start exam kit once you are done with the complete syllabus. Exam kit should only be done with me in the class till 10th of May. 10th May, you recall, right? Till 10th May, if you want any further practice material other than the notes, then it should be your textbook. I will upload the textbook soft copy and exam kit soft copy, updated one, in the Dropbox, where I will be uploading these live PDFs. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.